Yo guys, welcome back to Quiddell's Game Vlogs channel. We're back with another Division 2 build, but we've got a little bit of twists and turns and a few changes. This build's an absolute monster from close quarters to medium range quarters. It's an absolute mad build, honestly. Personally, I'd rock this every day. The only thing I like about this is the fire rate. I hate slow firing rate guns, but without this would be my go-to build for heroic content, and this is mainly my countdown build as well. Actually, I'm not gonna lie, because this build's that mad. It just stacks up to 1 mil crits in countdown. It's unreal. Even stacking up as well, and you get possibly maxed out loot from that as well. So this is my main to-go build. I only like the fire rate and the weapon handling and the perk that's on this, because every time you stack up, you get like increased weapon damage. And that's the thing I like about most guns and most perks, is just ranking up your guns and all of that, and just getting weapon damage and all of that. I've got 3 cores, 3 blue cores and 3 red cores, so it's mainly like half and half build, but it's not really about the weapon damage really. I think it's mainly about stacking up them numbers to increase the weapon damage as well, personally. So if it was the strongest gun that I would use, it will be this gun, and probably the apartment as well, because the perk on that is sick and all of that, with the 20% fire rate. So, but nah, this control point that I did was very easy, because all I had to do was just focus on looking at stacking numbers and all of that as well, and the killer perk as well also helps me as well. So as you can see in this clip, I was legit just melting rushers and shieldmans, and I wouldn't even let these guys get a chance to get out of the tunnel sewers as well. It was unreal. Like, look at this. I feel sorry for them behind us, but you know, it's part of the game and it's just got to have fun and all of that. But I'm telling you now, this build was unreal. Just legit killing these leaders was just so easy. I just nearly almost melted them in one mag as well. It's unreal. This is my previous build that I'm rocking today. For starters, we've got the Dark Winter, which is the Vector. Comes with 15% weapon SMG damage, 21% critical hit chance, and 10% damage out to cover. The talent on this thing is Perfect Killer. Killing an enemy with a critical hit grants 50% critical hit damage for 10 seconds. That's perfect. Really good if you're struggling and you're low, so you just need to hit an enemy with a crit and you're good. Next we've got the Lefty Shotgun. I prefer the Rock and Roll Shotgun because you get more ammo in, but it's got 12% shotgun damage, 12% damage to armor, 7.5% health. The talent is Perfect Sledgehammer. Dealing damage with a grenade amplifies a mark on target. Targets will take 40% more damage to armor and have a 30% movement speed. Mark will disappear after 10 seconds. That's pretty decent. So you can actually do 40% damage to that, and also get 30% movement speed. That's pretty decent. Next we've got the Orbit, 12.3% pistol damage and 8% depth up to cover. And this talent is Perfect Finisher. Swapping from this weapon within 10 seconds of killing an enemy grants 30% critical hit chance and 40% critical hit damage for 15 seconds. That's decent, because if you hit in the head, it's something 1.6 million damage to the head, which is pretty decent. Now, for the interesting part, we've got the Coyote's Mask with weapon damage, 6% critical hit chance, 12% critical hit damage, and 12% critical hit damage mod, and 5% armor expertise. The talent is Pack Instincts. You and all allies gain a bonus based on the last distance of the last enemy hit. 0 to 15, 25% critical hit damage, 15 to 25, 10% critical hit damage and 10% critical hit chance. 25 meters, 25% critical hit chance. and this can also be found in Dark Zone or from Jefferson Trade Center from Boss Coyote. There's a chance you can get it, hopefully. And then we've got the Striker's Pack, comes with weapon handling, 50% rate of fire, that's the key thing about this, and the perk is Striker's Gamble. Weapon hit increases total weapon damage by 0.65%, stacking up to 100 times. 1 stack lost per second between 0 and 50 stacks. 2 stacks lost per second between 50 and 100 stacks. So if you're taking damage, you lose like your stats most of the time, but if you keep hitting that enemy, the higher the numbers that go up, the more damage you get. And next we've got the Risk Management Talent. Increase total weapon damage gained per stack of Striker's Gamble from 0 to 61 to 1%, 65% to 1%. That's pretty decent actually, I'm not gonna lie. We've got the Striker's Gloves with weapon, take that back, 170,000 armor and critical hit damage. We've got the Striker's Knee Pads, 170,000 armor and critical hit damage. We've got the Striker's Holster that comes with weapon damage and 12% critical hit damage. Then we've got the Grupo Sombra with critical hit damage, 15% weapon damage, 6% critical hit chance, 12% critical hit damage, and 12% critical hit damage mod. And the talent on this thing is Obliterate. Critical hits increase total weapon damage by 1% for 5 seconds, stacks up to 25. So keep hitting armored enemies, heavy elite enemies, you get higher numbers and higher stacks. If you do want a shotgun like this, I prefer you rocking the Rock and Roll because you get more mag size in it, like up to 30 mag size, which is pretty decent, and just stack up your shots. And yeah, if you want more tips and tricks and pretty good builds, please subscribe to my channel, positive comments as well, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.